Yeah, we gotta, yeah.
Because I'd like to go Rotary Day.
All right, welcome everyone to the December 2nd, 2019 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. And Chief Donahue, could you please lead us in the pledge? Thank you. I'm Barb Lewis, President. To my left is our Vice President, Jeff Benton. To my right, fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill, our Administrator, Mike Fromer, and our Clerk, Jennifer Walraven. We can begin.
Resolution number 19-1182, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held November 25th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1182. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do not have any public comment today, so that brings us to item number 3, resolution number 19-1183, in the matter of approving purchase orders and announced certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CM APR 1127.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1183. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1184. In the matter of approving resolution establishing meeting days for the Board of Commissioners for year 2020 or until otherwise changed by board adoption.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1184. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1185, in the matter of establishing a reasonable method by where the public may determine the time and place of all regular scheduled meetings of the board and the time and place and purpose of all special and emergency meetings of the board.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1185. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1186, in the matter of canceling the commissioner sessions scheduled for Thursday, December 26, 2019, Monday, December 30th, 2019, and Thursday, January 2nd, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1186. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1187, in the matter of approving an agreement between the Board of Directors of Delaware, Knox, Marion, Morrow Joint Solid Waste District Management District, and the Board of Commissioners of Delaware County for implementation of County Recycling and Litter Prevention Office services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1187. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1188, in the matter of approving a contract between the Licking County Board of Commissioners and the Delaware County Board of Commissioners regarding reciprocal inmate housing.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff Balzer, Chief Deputy with the Sheriff's Office. This is a renewal of the current contract we have with Licking County. It allows us to house inmates with Licking County and for them to house inmates with us. This originally started because they had an overflow or they had a need for additional housing for their inmates. But we've also found it to our advantage when there are occasions we need to house an inmate in some other jail. For example, keep them away from other inmates they may be testifying against. So it's worked out for both agencies. The agreement is slated to last another 2 years if approved.
Have we had much usage either way?
Yes, Licking County occasionally. We will get a call from Licking County and they'll have 7 or 8 inmates that they need to house. And it's worked out really well, the agreement. We have also had, at least on 2 occasions, where we've had to house an inmate with them as well.
Great. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-1188. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1189, in the matter of approving the sanitary sewer improvement plans for Evans Farms Marketplace.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Morning, Commissioners. Tiffany Mag, Director of Environmental Services. This is for 3 commercial buildings that are going to be located on Evans Farm Drive, just off of Lewis Center Road. 2 of those are proposed to be built currently, and then 1 in the future.
Okay.
Any estimate on the exact timeline of those two buildings?
No,
Construction
they
start,
haven't given
anything?
us any indication yet.
Okay.
Okay. Good, glad to see that's moving along.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Vote on motion 19-1189. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
aye.
Resolution number 19-1190, in the matter of accepting sanitary sewer improvements for Brookview Manor, Section 3, and Heathers at Goff Village, Section 3, Phase A.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Brookview Manor is located off of Africa Road, just north of Cheshire, and there's 26 lots in this final section of this development. And then the Heathers at Golf Village is located on Sawmill Parkway, that's north of Home Road, and there are 20 lots in this phase.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1190. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1191, in the matter of approving Amendment Number 1 to the Professional Services Agreement with Stantec Consulting Services Incorporated for the Hyatts Road Sanitary Sewer Pump Station, Force Main, and Gravity Sewer Project.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
So this is an amendment to our existing contract with Stantec, and the reason for this is because we're looking to perform this along with the TID project for the road project that Rob Riley's group is going to be doing. We thought that it made a lot of sense to put this all in as one project, so that way we can, let the contractor coordinate it with the road work that's going on, and figure that would be a really good use of getting to use that TID for our project as well, because of that coordination with their contractor. That's the majority of the reason why we have the $10,000 additional services here. Also, the Judy Hook Properties gave us the majority of the easements as well as the pump station site, and we had to reroute the force main around a couple really large, really old trees that Judy wanted to save. So that was also a little bit of the additional fee.
Okay.
What's the timeline on this one, this pump station?
So we're going to plan to bid it in the next couple weeks, and then they will be breaking ground probably by March, and finishing it up by the end of 2020.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, this will really improve that area.
Yeah.
allowing it-
Yeah, we're really
sewer.
excited about this project. I
Yeah.
think it has a lot of
Definitely
potential
needed.
for some growth in that area.
Great. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-1191. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1192, in the matter of approving a services agreement with Lynchbach Company LLC for HVAC preventative maintenance services, on-call repair services, and backflow inspections.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
So this is for HVAC services for anything that has a compressor or requires a licensed professional, basically anything that we can't do in-house. So what we do is we do the PMs in-house first, and any repairs that we can do, and then anything that we cannot do is performed under this contract. So you'll see that there's $29,000 that's authorized services for this contract, and could go up to $45,000 if anything unforeseen needs to be repaired as well.
Okay. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-1192. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Resolution number 19-1193, in the matter of approving a memorandum of understanding by and between the Public Children's Services Association of Ohio and the Delaware County PCSA to plan and implement this Ohio START Treatment Reducing Trauma Program.
So moved. Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Anderson, Director of Job and Family Services. This is an MOU, the second year of the Ohio START program in Delaware County. This was an initiative that started with Governor DeWine when he was the Attorney General and is moving forward. We were part of Phase 2 of implementation of this. They are working on Phase 3, and this memorandum will just allow us to receive the funding to continue the implementation of the program.
Okay. Success in the first year, you feel it's worthwhile?
I do believe it's worthwhile. It's a very good program. Implementing the program has been difficult, not only in Delaware County, but many of the counties, due to hiring of a peer mentor who has experience with substance abuse and with children's services cases. So we are working right now with the Mental Health Recovery Services Board in Maryhaven. We have meetings set up with our technical assistants from PCSAO to kind of restart the program. And then we also have the hiring process for the peer mentor. I believe once we get those in place, it will be a successful program.
Oh, great. Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome.
Vote.
Vote on motion 19-1193. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1194, in the matter of approving matter of approving a transfer of funds for Job and Family Services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
There's two requests for transfers. One is the second half of the general fund dollars coming to Children's Services. The 2019 budget awarded $2 million to be transferred in. We had transferred the $1 million previously in the year, and we're asking for the second half of that. And the second transfer is from our Children's Services Fund, and that's for reimbursement into our Public Assistance Fund.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1194. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution number 19-1195, in the matter of approving a permit for use of Delaware County facilities.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Director of Communications. We have before you a facilities use permit request from ODOT to use the Willis Conference Room on January 22nd. And because it's on a weekday during week hours, we recommend not charging any fees for that, if that's acceptable.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1195. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution number 19-1196, in the matter of selling personal property to the City of Minerva, Ohio Police Department, Stark County, Ohio.
So moved.
Second.
Good morning, Commissioners. Patrick Brandt, 911 Director. What we have before you is the City of Minerva Police Chief, which is up in Stark County, reached out to see if we had any old radios that we could sell them. They are in need of a radio for an old police cruiser that they have. Due to equipment that we've taken out of stock and no longer has been in use, considering we've been switching out, we're able to locate one to be able to sell to them.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1196. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1197, in the matter of approving a license and service agreement between Delaware County and Tyler Technologies Incorporated for the purchase of Tyler New World Computer-Aided Dispatch and Record Management System.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. What you have before you is an agreement between Delaware County and Tyler Technology for their New World CAD, which is Computer-Aided Dispatch and Records Management System. This will be replacing our existing system that we've had since 2006. The existing system no longer meets our needs and is lack of some newer age technology that we need for public safety and such. This agreement does have includes $600,000 out of 911 levy funds, and the remaining portion of it is out of the general fund, and Delaware City is also providing funds in this. The original purchase in 2006, 911 was under a complete levy-funded and general-funded agency. So we did the original purchase in 2006 for all agencies to be under one RMS. At that time, Delaware City was not included in that, as they had their own system at the time. Delaware City system, if you remember the old dot matrix green screens of such technology, they are still utilizing that today. So in a way to get everybody on one countywide RMS system and getting everybody so we can only have to look at one way of looking up data, sharing data amongst all the agencies countywide, this solution will take care of that need. This solution will also take care of the need that the commissioners have presented to us of being able to send the closest EMS unit on an EMS call, which right now we're going by run card base. This will take it by AVL base. We are not paying for cellular connections in the fire and EMS and law enforcement vehicles. 90% of them all have it now, if not all of them. Even Radnor has that in theirs. But this will get us the data into our office so we can do that.
Great, nice, good step forward.
Just like to say, I'm excited about the project. I think it's timed right, and it's privileged to be a part of the tour that we went up to Michigan, and I'm excited about where this is going to take us.
Yeah, we did a lot of work on this. We started on this back in August of 18. I looked at it at one of the ABCO conferences I went to, as well as the sheriff's office. The sheriff and myself and several others have met. And we do have to thank our partner agencies for their time and commitment to it. Amongst Delaware City, the sheriffs, Powell Police, and everybody who made time out of the 911 Technology Board to come forward and look at all these. The sheriff is here if you have any questions for himself, or the Chief Donahue attended, and Chief Heritzik as well, if you have any questions for their agencies involved in this product.
Would anybody like to speak? That would be great. This is a big deal, and
It
the
is a big deal.
collaboration is super.
It is a big deal. Sheriff Russ Martin of Delaware County, as I was driving to work this morning, I was reminded that one of the fundamental duties of government is to provide safety to the public. And we've been talking, I say we, the public safety community has been talking for nearly 2 decades about a single platform and the ability to streamline the sharing of information. And this board is to be commended on behalf of local law enforcement and our fire services and EMS, thanking you for the commitment and support to this project. We are very fortunate to have the partnerships that we have throughout this county when it comes to public safety across the board. And the show of support that this board has in this venture should be celebrated, and frankly, as a sheriff, I want to thank you for this. This is a huge step forward in overall public safety, and again, the sharing of information, which will make the entire community safer, and our law enforcement and first responders safer too. So thank you, and this is a big step, so thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Chief Donahue.
Thank you, and good morning. I'd like to echo Sheriff Martin's comments, but also on behalf of the 911 Board and also as I chair the Technology Committee, this was a unanimous decision by all those that were working on the Technology Committee in their research. And as Commissioner Merrill mentioned, we had an outstanding trip up to see the system actually working in McComas County, Michigan. We had nearly 10 representatives from all facets of the public safety profession. So I thank you as well. I know the board will thank you as well. We voted to move this forward to you in early November, so it's great to see this coming to light, and we're anxious to get this system on board here in Delaware County. I'd also like to say compliment Patrick and also his cohort for all the work that they have done here. So thank you for everything that's happened here too, and please thank them for all the work they've done. So thanks.
Boy, yes. Thank you for all the work, Commissioner Merrill.
I'd just like to reiterate, Chief, I think we have an extremely talented staff in 911, and I think and frankly throughout the county, but they're kind of the focal point, and we're very fortunate. Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak? EMS? Powell is saying. Powell's good.
Very good.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it's great that we're putting in the technology to send the nearest available ambulance countywide. That is such an important step forward. So it's good to see that this technology will enable that.
Right. And I know we've talked about, there were some objections because there had been some hiccups down in Columbus, I guess, with our people going down there and then having to respond to Columbus because they were the closest, but that's been all worked out. So thank you, everybody, for your dedication in moving this along. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-1197. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick.
Resolution number 19-1198, in the matter of approving right-of-way work permit summary sheet.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion.
Morning, Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. We had 5 utility right-of-way work permits submitted, and these are all standard utility installations, so we're recommending approval.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1198. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1199, in the matter of approving a developer's agreement for Hyatt's Road contribution from Clerkshaw Reserve 1 LLC and Rockford Homes Incorporated in conjunction with Clerkshaw Reserve and Epcon Hyatt's LLC in conjunction with the courtyards at Hyatt's.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Excuse me. So we've been working for some time on this agreement with a couple different developers on different developments along Hyatt's Road. These are west of Sawmill Parkway. What we are proposing to do is roll contributions for required turn lanes into a larger project to widen that section of road as a county project. I would expect at some point we will probably make this a TID project, and since we will have construction activity going on in that area, there's an opportunity to utilize some of the contractors that are already working on site. So construction time frame on this project will be in the 2021-22 area. So I think this is really a good opportunity to leverage some private investment and get a larger, better improvement rather than just a single turn lane out of this. So recommending proceeding with this.
Okay. Vote.
Vote on motion 19-1199. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1200, in the matter of declaring personal property obsolete, unfit, or not needed for public use.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
We have 3 old pickup trucks. They're all 15 to 18 years old, and then one tractor that's about 20 years old. And we're proposing to get rid of these. They're all high mileage, rusty, and in pretty bad shape. So I know the Fair Board has expressed interest in the tractor, I believe, so we would very likely sell that to them. But yeah, it's time to send these trucks on their way.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1200. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1201, in the matter of approving bid specifications and setting bid opening date and time for 2020-2021 mowing contract north of US 36 and 2020-2021 mowing contract south of US 36.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
So we, for the last, probably 10 years or so, have contracted for roadside mowing, and the arrangement we have recently arrived at would basically consist of 2 contracts, a north half and a south half contract, totaling about 292 miles. We have roughly 335 centerline miles that we maintain altogether. So these are primarily, I should say not primarily, all rural roadside roads, rural open ditch roads that would be mowed by the contractors, which allows our forces to focus on some of the urban, suburban curb and gutter roadsides that take a little bit more time and different equipment than you would use on a road, on an open ditch roadway. So particularly with some of the improvements we've done recently, such as Sawmill Parkway, South Old State Road, Worthington Road, kind of transitioning our system from a rural system to a more suburban system. That means we have to change the equipment we're using, because you don't want to use a flail mower on a nice curb and gutter roadside. That a lot of that's just resident expectations, which is reasonable. So at any rate, we've had really good success doing it this way in the past, so we're proposing to do that again, go out to bid. This would be for a 1-year contract with the option for a 2nd year. So that's the way we've done it in the past, and that's been successful in the past.
You mentioned Sawmill, just raised a curiosity question. The part of Sawmill that's in the city, are we taking care of that, or are they taking care of that?
Portion in the city of Delaware we are taking care of pursuant to that agreement. If I recall correctly, once that area is 50% built out, then it's turned over to the city for their maintenance.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1201. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 19-1202, in the matter of approving bid specifications and setting bid opening date and time for asphalt materials for 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
This bid involves the liquid asphalt materials as well as hot mix asphalt. We won't actually advertise this till March when asphalt plants are getting closer to reopening, but didn't want to forget about this, so figured we'd put it in front of you now.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 19-1202. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That brings us to administrator reports.
Good morning, Commissioners. I knew that the Ohio State-Michigan game would be a topic of discussion, so I decided to go up
I'll stay
to,
on the agenda.
I decided to go up to Ann Arbor to visually inspect the game to make sure I could accurately report on what occurred.
Oh, this is very important.
The last time I was there was 1993, and Ohio State lost 28 to
Except for this
nothing.
was not a county expense.
No, it was a Mike Fromer expense. But the last time I was there in 1993, Ohio State lost 28 to nothing to Michigan, so it was tough. So after 26 years, I got the courage to go back, and
You
but,
survived.
Yes, I can report though that the fans are not very happy with their coach and their coaching staff and their players. So
In
in
Michigan.
Michigan, they got a little restless in the third quarter.
Okay, we're very happy with their coach.
Yes. So. That's all I have to report.
Thank you. Commissioner Merrill?
Yeah, I don't have a lot this morning. We had our land bank meeting last week. Our new treasurer, Mike Ringer, was his first meeting, and went very smoothly, and I know he's excited about assuming those new responsibilities, and I believe from my observation, the staff is looking forward to working with him. We have a Hartford dinner tomorrow night, their annual appreciation dinner, and I plan on attending that. I believe Commissioner Benton is as well.
I was going to, but I had something else come up that I'm going to have to miss it, unfortunately.
And I don't know if you're planning on attending or not. But,
No, I won't be there.
So I'll be there, and I believe Brad is joining me, is that correct? And the annual conference for CCAO starts Wednesday, and we have a board meeting Wednesday afternoon, actually Wednesday morning, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be involved in that. So that's all I have.
Commissioner Benton?
Yeah, and part of that conference is the Corsa board meeting, or
That's
Corsa
right.
meeting, not just board
Corsa
meeting.
meeting.
So that'll be very interesting to see how that organization is moving forward. Don't really, going to a MODE event, Mid-Ohio Development Exchange, I think is what it stands for. That's on Friday, the Economic Development 411. The PIN Holiday Clearinghouse is Sunday, this coming Sunday, the 8th. So that's always a great event.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there'll be hundreds of families
Yes.
going through it, and it's so well organized.
Hundreds of volunteers.
Hundreds of volunteers, and it's just so well organized and such a outpouring of support in the community from all sorts of different organizations and agencies and individuals. So always a great event. And that is really it. We're moving, the land bank is moving things along. That's really good to see that they're addressing some of the problem properties we have in the county. So it's good to see them addressing it. So that's all I got.
And the only thing I have, there's a quarterly Stepping Up meeting this Thursday afternoon, so I'm hoping to get back from the downtown meeting of CCAO to attend that. And I believe we do have need for executive session.
We do. Resolution number 19-1203, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of compensation of a public employer or public official to consider the purchase of property for public purposes and for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1203. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye. We are now recessed into executive session.
Resolution number 19-1204, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion vote.
Vote on motion 19-1204. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We are now adjourned.